What's up, guys? E-bikes are the hybrid cars of the bike world. You can pedal or use electrical assist. Well, I figured I'd make my car a hybrid too. This is the Ford Maverick Hybrid. It's got a 1.1 kilowatt battery in the back seat, paired to a 4-cylinder gas engine, and it gets 40 miles a gallon. I'll give you a tour next on the channel. Alright guys, so I bought this truck for primarily 3 reasons. The utility offers with the pickup bed. Being an e-bike channel now, I do a lot of stuff with that trunk bed. I put boxes back there. I've used it to carry a few bikes as well before I got my rack. So it's great utility. The efficiency on the road, I mean, you can't beat the gas mileage. There's no other pickup truck on the market that gets 40 miles to the gallon. And the overall value, I paid a little under $29,000 for this truck, and that's one of the big reasons why I got this. It's such a great value, considering most new cars cost $30,000 or more. This is just a great value, and that's why it's selling so well. This is the XLT version, which is the mid-level trim. The base XL is pretty basic with steel wheels, and starts at $23,400, while the Lariat version is more expensive, with a $34,000 price tag. The XLT starts at $26,315. When this truck first came out, the XL Hybrid only cost 20 grand. Ford has since raised prices due to demand, but that's kind of why I think this truck took off from a selling perspective. They sold out in 5 days when it first came out. And when I got this truck, I ordered it September 2022, so it took me over a year and a week for this truck to arrive at my local dealership. I'm going to show you the window sticker. I'll give you a quick tour, and then talk about the best features of this truck that I've come to like in my first few months of driving, so stay tuned. Here's a look at the sticker. Here's the sticker price, $28,810. A little over $30K. I think it was maybe $31K with taxes and fees. Annual fuel cost, $1,200. That's pretty on spot on. I'm filling up like twice a month at like $40-50 a pop, so that's there. Fuel economy, the average they say you get 37. I'm getting over that. I'm getting 40.5 in a mix of highway and city driving. You get less on the highway, more in the city when you're driving at a little bit lower speeds there. When it comes to packages on this thing, so I got the luxury package. I got the trailer hitch receiver, Ford Co-Pilot 360, the power 8-way driver's seat. That's really about it, the only option I got. Everything else they told me not to order because it would hold up my delivery. But again, it took a year anyway, so I probably should have got some other things like the spray and bed liner, the mud flaps, things like that. What else? We got 17-inch wheels on this thing. We've got all kinds of stuff over here, as you can see. USB A and C plugs and things like that, 8-inch touchscreen, and 5-year warranty. I took a loan out for this truck, so I'm paying 6.9 percent as my rate. It's the best I could get, but I'm gonna pay it off before the loan expires anyway. So shouldn't incur too many finance charges, but that's the idea anyway. When it comes to the bed, we have a 4.5-foot bed back here, and then with the tailgate down, it's roughly about 6 feet, I believe. And you can do a lot with this bed. It's got a flex bed. You can put in little pieces of wood here to separate things. Ford has some QR code here on the side to let you kind of 3D build parts for this bed and kind of make it your own. So let's take a look more at what's in here. All right, here's a look at the bed. I didn't get the spray and liner at the time because it would hold up production of the truck. Probably should have just did it anyway because it took a year. But here's the size of the bed. It's a decent size. It's all I need for my purposes. I did not want to get a giant pickup truck, even a mid-size, because it really wouldn't fit in my garage, all my e-bikes, things like that. So that's why this is considered a compact pickup truck, guys. Right? It's not a F-150. It's not even a Chevy Silver Colorado. Right? It's got 8 tie-down points. You can see in there, and the 2 in the front there, on the sides, right here, right here, right here, right here. I did get a rubber mat here from Ford with my Ford Pass points, and I also put a tailgate cover on the back here just to protect the bottom pieces of this. I kind of like the silver look, so I may not get a spray on bed liner, but I kind of like that silvery look on the truck here. So down here we've got a storage compartment, and you can put stuff in here. It even pops out here for a deeper well. All right, on the left side over here we have a bed light for the truck, and then we have a 400 watt inverter here, which is perfect for plugging in my e-bike batteries. Truck's got to be on for this, but you can see it there. And this battery is fully charged actually, but that's a great feature. There's also a inverter in the back seat. I can also plug in a battery there if I want to. So if I'm going on a ride and want to top off my battery before I get there, or even as I'm coming home, I can charge these batteries in the back of the bed. Here's a look at the other inverter here. You also have a USB and USB-C for your passengers in the back. Back seat room is pretty good. It's got little cutouts here for your legs. I mean, I'm 6 foot. I'm a little squished, but you have pretty good headroom here. And you know, if you have kids, whatever, it's perfect back here for that. Let's take a look at the interior of the Ford Maverick. It's pretty unique in the market, I think. There's lots of one of the headlines here is lots of storage space. We got tons of space down here. You can fit a water bottle in here. Another speaker here goes in. You've got down here in the center console, you got all kinds of space here to put stuff. You got 2 cup holders, a little thing here. I got some change in there. Another thing here, and a really big deep well here in the armrest. So this is the XLT trim, so you don't get certain things. You don't get push button start, unfortunately. That's right. We have a key on the key fob. That's probably one of the biggest annoyance of this truck is the fact that you don't have push button start. I mean, I push button start on a 2011 car I owned once. I mean, why don't they have that? They're trying to save money. It just seems like a weird way to cut costs. You know, to me, push button start and remote keyless entry should be standard in every car out there, every new car out there. All right, let's start this thing up because it's not like starting a normal car.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
You basically just turn it on and the electric engine comes on. The motor does not start. So that's the first thing that it takes kind of getting used to on the Ford Maverick Hybrid. You see the display up there, it's ready to drive. I'm gonna hit OK. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. You can see there it's in electric driving mode, and that blue right there. And so that shows up whenever you're in electric mode. If you look at the left-hand side of the dashboard here, you got a power meter, and when it's in the green, you're basically in electric and you're recharging the battery. So again, this has regenerative braking. Every time I press the brake coach comes on, and it tells me how much energy I put back into the system, which is really nice. It also recharges the battery when you're coasting downhill, and kind of just like sailing, you know, at higher speeds where you're on like really flat ground and you're headed down the highway there or down a long flat stretch. It may go into electric mode. You know, since I've been driving it for like 3 months now, it goes into electric mode a lot, actually. I'm surprised how often it does that. You notice it when you back out of your driveway, it's in electric mode. Basically, under 20 miles an hour, you're going to see it in electric driving mode for the most part, is what I've experienced. When it comes to display, we got this 8-inch touchscreen up here. I got CarPlay installed through a little USB device, or USB-C device right here. It works okay. It's also been one of the complaints about the Maverick is this system here. It has froze on me like maybe 4 or 5 times. Sometimes the CarPlay takes a good 30 seconds to a minute to come on. So if you're listening to something offline, you come into the car, start the car, it takes a little bit to boot up and get into the system. I've also seen it freeze a few times. It's just kind of quirky, and it's not very smooth in terms of the transition from coming into the car with your phone if you're playing something and turning it on. Bluetooth is better, but the CarPlay definitely has some issues there. It's got Android Auto as well if you have an Android phone. I've got the luck package, so I got a automatic seat. I've got heated seats right here. These things are killer. Awesome to have here in New England here. Got a heated steering wheel as well, and the heat system is cranks pretty well here. So a lot of good stuff. Now right now the truck's off. I just turned the heat on, and I'll bet in a minute here it's going to turn on the engine too. So we'll wait to see how that happens. It's a little bit abrupt when the engine comes on. And so it just kind of like shudder a little bit. It's not a huge thing, but it's a little jarring at first if you're not used to it. But so far so good here. Down here we have a rotary dial. Definitely takes some getting used to after using this, a shifter for my entire lifetime. Electric parking brake. We have auto stop here. So if I'm at a light, I turn this on, take my foot off the brake, it doesn't go anywhere. Also pretty good also useful for like if you're in heavy traffic and you're stopping a lot. Traction control, and then these are your drive modes here. So on the center display here, we've got normal, we've got tow haul. I do have a hitch on here. I can tow, I think, 2,000 pounds. We've got slippery, we've got eco, and sport. Sport's great actually. It's a lot of fun. You really hear the engine rev better, and you get a little more power and torque on takeoff. All right, I'm just going to do some turns here in the parking lot and show you the brake coach. Right now we're in sport mode. Okay, the car just came on. Maybe you heard that there. And you can see I'm averaging 40.5 on the odometer. Got about, 1,800 miles on this thing. I fill it like twice a month actually. So it's very good on fuel economy. And all right, so I'm going to come to stop up here and watch the display. Okay, brake coach, 100% energy returned, and you see I did a good job there. So kind of a long, slow, gradual stop is when you earn 100% score. The truck itself is pretty quiet. Again, right now we're in gas mode. Just trying the brake coach here, probably because I'm in sport level. All right, this time I got 96 energy returned on the brakes. Let me put it into eco mode. Haven't really tried eco mode too much. It kind of dampens down the car a little bit as far as the performance goes, I guess. Yep, you see now I'm in electric driving versus before. And yeah, the car is very quiet. This is kind of the poor man's Cybertuck. I just watched the Cybertuck reveal. That thing is a beast. But I don't have $80,000 or $100,000 for the one with 3 motors that goes like 865 horsepower. But this is a much more practical buy if you need a car, you need a pickup truck, right? So that's it. So let me tell you what I like about this Ford Hybrid Maverick. We'll do a couple more videos on this thing, so stay tuned for those. Now I'm not a car channel, I'm not a truck channel, so you're going to see mostly e-bikes on my channel. But I did want to show off the Maverick because I'm going to use it a lot on my e-bike trips. I've got like 9 or 10 cool things about this thing. I'll do a video on the dislikes as well, and I got a bunch of accessories as well I'm going to show off, including that tonneau cover there you see. So first up, really cool thing about this is the auto high beams. I've never had those before. So at night when this thing is driving, and you're on a dark road, the auto high beams come on automatically. And that's just a really nice feature. You don't have to do that. The fuel economy is great. Again, I only fill up twice a month. The range, when you fill up, it shows you the range of the truck. And every time I fill up, it's like 513 miles, something like that. So you can go far in this. I've heard of guys getting 600 miles on a tank with the Maverick. That's probably all city driving and going really slow. But yeah, it's doable, guys, if you're one of those hyper miles. It's got great looks, it's easy to park, easy to ride, easy to drive, and it looks like a truck, even though it's a compact pickup and it's a unibody. It really stands out in the market, I think, overall. You can get like a Hyundai Santa Cruz. Those go for like $35,000, $40,000. By the way, when this truck first came out, one of the reasons why it was so popular was that the hybrid model XL base trim only cost $20,000. That's right. Since Ford's come out with this, I think the hybrid XL is now 24 grand. This here, the XLT, starts at 26 and change, and the Lariat goes up to starts at $34,000. So it's a lot more pricier than it used to be. They basically have increased it by like $4 grand in terms of the base models you can get now. But that's why these things are flying off the shelves. I mean, where can you buy a 40 mile per gallon pickup truck for $20,000? That's why this thing kind of took off and has, kept going ever since. Ford can't keep these things in stock, and many people wait a year, 16, 15, 18 months to get their truck. The utility is awesome. Especially for me as an e-biker with the bed back there. I can put an e-bike in the back. I've fit plenty of 20x4 e-bikes back here. Just tied them down on the with the tie downs there before I have my rack. It's quiet. There's tons of accessories you can buy from Ford and Amazon and all the places. There's no fuel cap needed. Let me show you a quick trick, right? Something I'm not used to. Oops. I just press the fuel button there, and it's pressurized, and there's no cap there. You just go fill it up. That saves me time, right? That's pretty cool. Love that feature. And also, there's an app for this. So let me show you the app. You can start the car from your app, from your phone. So I'm going to go to the Ford app here, and here it is. And you can unlock the car. Oops. You can unlock the car, lock the car, start the car. You can turn on the horn and the lights, I believe. It shows you distance to empty and any alerts, things like that. You can even schedule a start. It shows you the odometer miles. The one thing it doesn't show you is the fuel economy, which that's kind of why I bought this truck. Like, why don't you give you more data around that? Even the display on this thing, it doesn't really give you a ton of data about the hybrid system and how well it's working and things like that. All you see is the electric mode and the miles per gallon, and that's it. I'd love to see the miles per gallon on the app itself as well, since that's a big reason why I bought the truck.